So this is my career in psychology final project, and I am doing it on the job victim advocate. My name is Cynthia Ward, and I am a junior in Alamo, Tennessee. I am a non-traditional student receiving my bachelor's in psychology online through Mississippi State University. Growing up, I always had a big heart to help. This brought about multiple career choice changes like paralegal studies and marine biology before I even finished high school. However, thanks to a dream I had one night my senior year and the childhood that I grew up in, decided that social work was the path that I would follow. When I went to college for the first time, that is what I studied, but it was cut short due to a texting and driving accident that I had when I was 18. While I did try to continue my education for a few years, the depression, adjusting to life in a wheelchair, and surgeries became too much to juggle and my grades. Years later, I decided to give education another go, but because I was in a wheelchair, I didn't feel that social work was the best choice anymore to help with neglected and abused children and youth in the capacity that I wanted. While I took time to decide the field that I wanted to pursue, I received my associate's degree in general studies from Dyersburg State Community College. There, I was an officer in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and our Honors in Action project was really dear to my heart. We started a program for intellectually and developmentally disabled individuals to get a higher education. It is now called Eagle Access and in its first semester. It is because of this and other reasons that I chose the field of psychology. I felt and still do feel like I could reach and give more of a voice to those who need it. When I started this degree, I did not have a set job in mind. I just knew that I wanted to help neglected and abused children and youth. My biggest inspiration in my community being the Carl Perkins Center. As I began researching, I thought maybe I would be a crisis counselor, but now I'm torn between that, a victim advocate, and a child psychologist. As long as I am helping children out of terrible situations 5 years from now, I will be happy. So the job posting that I found was that of a victim advocate for the Carl Perkins Center. The qualifications needed is a bachelor's degree in either social work, psychology, or other related field. You must be willing to travel to counties assigned and occasionally to additional counties around West Tennessee. The responsibilities needed are to advocate, or the advocate will provide individual and family casework, courtroom preparation, support, and advocacy throughout prosecution following disclosure of child sexual abuse. So the benefits of this will be competitive salary and benefits, equal opportunity employer, dental, health, vision insurance, life insurance, and pay time off, retirement plan, tons of benefits. So the description is the Exchange Club Carl Perkins Child Advocacy Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse is seeking a victim advocate for Madison County. And it goes through and says the responsibilities. And then we must do the resume through Indeed website. Now, it didn't specifically say how much they would pay. It says through ZipRecruiter and salary, but on another post, it did say that they would do 34,000 to 43,000. Now, what interested me in this job was my love for children and wanting to give them a voice. I have always wanted to help those neglected and abused. I feel like through this job, I could have helped many children find a voice they otherwise would not feel safe enough to express. Tell us some of your strengths and how those may benefit our team. I'm a very self-motivated person who wants the best for everyone involved. Empathy and being emotionally aware has always come easy to me. I am also quite flexible, so being able to adapt is easy. Many people have also found me quite dependable and reliable. I also believe that good communication, teamwork, and good time management skills are key to a well-oiled machine. Tell us your approach to addressing conflict with others and how have you resolved it historically? I personally do not like conflict. I would love to avoid it if I could, but I know that you cannot avoid it in life. So when it does arise, I try to resolve it privately. However, if that is not possible, I will bring in help from a supervisor or somebody higher up and let them either help or take over. What is your approach to understanding different perspectives of different colleagues from different backgrounds? So when I was growing up, I was raised around families of different cultures. My mother's best friend was Muslim, so that was quite eye-opening. So I'm very open-minded to different perspectives from different backgrounds. In fact, I welcome them because they broaden the way one thinks and understands the world. One should always listen even if they do not always agree, because these differences are what make the world unique. They may also help in solving different problems. Tell us about a time that your work was criticized and how you received this feedback. So as a student, our work is graded and criticized on a regular basis. And with these criticisms, there is only room for improvement. And there was this one time that I was working, that I ended up getting criticized for not cleaning bathrooms properly. I have been cleaning bathrooms my entire life because that was my job growing up. Um, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But I did listen to my manager and I cleaned the bathroom over again, doing it exactly as she said, and I got the stamp of approval. So it turns out that she and the way that my mother cleans bathrooms are completely different. But I'll tell you today, I clean it like my manager told me to clean it because it was so much better. What skills do you have and utilize to maintain timeliness and organization? I do not like to procrastinate. I try to keep this from happening and to meet my deadlines on or ahead of time. So I use not only a planner, but I have a calendar on my phone, I have a calendar on my wall, and I use both daily and weekly to-do lists. I have alarms on my phone as well. I hate doing things last minute unless I absolutely have to. Why should we hire you? I believe that I would make a great asset to the team. My love for children and wanting the best for them would help me put my best foot forward as I would got things done in a timely fashion. I also work well with others and I will do whatever I can to make sure a child's voice is heard and their well-being is put first. So, what is your reflection upon this process? This project has really made me think about what I previously have been through in the work field so I can apply it in the future. Because when I worked last, I was walking. And so this really has made me think. It has also helped me see how the job industry has changed over the years since I have, and how each career is different between short and long term. What have you learned about yourself? I have learned that I can push myself further than I originally believed and that I need to quit putting a limit on myself and explore what other skills I might actually possess. Has your ideal job changed from the beginning of the course? Not entirely. I am still not 100% sure what I exactly want to do. I do know that I want to get my master's in child psychology and possibly my PhD. I am still torn between crisis counselor, victim advocate, and child psychologist. Are you going to do anything differently before graduation? Become more involved, etc. Well, I already work with children at church, but I do plan on trying to get some volunteer time or even try to get an internship at the Carl Perkins Center because that's my ideal place. I would love to work there. So, goals to work on between now and graduation to ensure to be the best applicant possible. Well, One of the things about each job that I get is that I will have to be able to drive. So that is my main goal as of right now is to get a vehicle with hand controls. Because without this independence, I might as well be a sitting duck. So then I need to learn and pick which graduate schools have the best child psychology degrees. I'll also need to look into volunteer hours and internships because that'll help give me experience for the jobs that I want into the future. Because each one is like experience this, experience that. I also need to focus more into my classes so I can absorb all the information that's possible because I want to know what I need to when I do go to get that experience. I also would need to start networking around the community because the more networking that I have, the more I can possibly get a job. And I need to reach out to those that I know in the field for advice. Because the more advice I have, the better chance I will be able to get help in the future. Thank you for watching this. Have a great day.